This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so we are talking about a TF state file where we are planning to store that particular TF state file in some secure location, right? That's what we talk about. So let me go ahead and let me try to create the Linux system again very quickly. Create my virtual machine, Linux virtual machine. Go to source group, VRIP-RG, my Linux VM, east west system, my password, disk, networking, management, advanced, view plus script. So initiate my deployment. So let this complete it so that we can go ahead and install your Azure CLI, connect to your subscription, and then with your Terraform. Completing. Very good. So go ahead, connect your Linux system now. Copy IP address, go to the command prompt, click on your SSH, VRIT, copy your syntax. So meanwhile, let's go ahead and let's try to create your storage account as well. BRIT SOL SA East US standard LRS advanced networking production encryption tags. Let's create. Go ahead and click on create. So I'm going to create a storage account in here because I would like to store my TF state file within my container level, private container within my storage account. So to have my container created, I need to create my storage account first. So that's the reason being I'm trying to create in here. Okay. Meanwhile, my here Azure CLI has been successfully installed. Now I'm trying to go with like Azure login. So I provided my URL, copy it, and also the code. Okay, so yes, now go ahead and try to run your command line to run your Terraform. So it's done. Installing the zip tool and like unzip your Terraform, and finally move my code to the path. Yeah. Yeah, I can see 1.17 successfully there. So again, now what I'll do, I'll go ahead. Yeah, even my storage account has been created successfully. So I'll go back home. I'll try to connect with my Linux system again so that I can connect my same Linux system using my Windows so that I can create my folders over successfully. Copied SAP. IP address, your host name, VRIT, admin, chapter VRIT, chapter VRIT, admin at date of 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So trying to log in to my Linux machine. So you can remove this file and try to create a new folder for your application. So I'm trying to go with the tf-application, and within my I need to have my provider file. At the same time I can have my rg.tf. For now let it gets created here. So within my rg.tf I have my names, so I can hardcode my name. Currently I'm not using my DevOps-rg, and this one I'm trying to go with my East US. So I'm trying to hardcode my values. I'm not using any variable section in here. So this is my new thing came up, and this is my provider file, which helps us to understand that. So this is third version we also have in here. So I'm trying to go with my 3.0.0. Save it. Or you can copy from Google level as well, not a problem in here, right? So now what I'll do, copy the path, navigate the path now. So where ls I can see my provider TF and RG in here. So what is the basic thing to run the things in here? Terraform initiate first of all to initiate my environment. So it's been initiated successfully. Now what I need to do? I need to go with my Terraform apply or plan, whatever it is. So now we'll be seeing that DevOps-RG will be created as a new one in here. So I don't see any TF state file. Yeah, see now it's got great, but in 0 KB. I don't see anything in here. So that doesn't mean whatever you have in your RG, that will be newly things in created as a new one, and that will be created in my Azure things in here subscription. So one thing to add, you want to go ahead and do it? Yes, I would say yes in here, so that if you go ahead and it will try to create my, the new resource group DevOps-RG within my subscription level. Yeah, so I can see my things got completed. Let me go ahead and check with my resource groups as well with my portal level. Yeah, I can see my DevOps-RG has been created successfully in here. Now what I'll do, let me make a small change in here. So I am trying to, now if you go ahead and refresh your page, now you can see Terraform.tf state file. I can see like DevOps-RG has been created in this particular location using your Terraform in here. So this is looking good. For now, for example, I am trying to delete my TF state file in here, for example. So this got deleted. Now let's go ahead and try to run one more time Terraform. What will happen now? Since my memory is gone, so now Terraform does not know now what are the things you have in scriptable is been already created by Terraform or not. So it does not know anything here. What it will say, it says that I'll go ahead and try to create my DevOps-RG in here. But this particular RG is already available within my Azure level. So what will happen if I say yes? It will go ahead and try to create with the same name within my subscription, and it will throw an error. It gets fails with an error saying that the name is already existing within my resources within my subscription here. So resource group dev margin already existing. So it's an error. So why this error happened? Because I do not have my rg.tf state file in here. So this for now I just ran it. Nothing is being created. So I don't see anything, my values in here. So there's a mismatch between the things what I've done and what I'm trying to run in here, right? So if there anybody trying to delete this TF state file in here, then there'll be a huge trouble, because the whole, the memory of your Terraform will be gone, which is not really correct. So what I want to is like, is there any place where I can store my TF state file somewhere within a secure place where I can go ahead and I can compare my data with respect to my, the place where you store the Terraform TF state file in here? Yes, we do have, and that can be done using your storage accounts. Within my storage accounts, I can go ahead and I can create a container. So within a container, we can go and try to create your private container in here. So I'm trying to create a container as per the standards what we have. See, to have my file to be saved within my storage account or within my container level, I should have a new file called as backend.tf file in here. So you can find that in the Google level as well. So if you go and try to go with my backend file in Terraform for Azure. So you can see this backend file type Azure RM Terraform. So you can find the syntaxes. So the syntax we have in here. So backend is what? Azure RM. So now where you trying to push it? I'm trying to push so and so resource group name, my storage account name, my container name, and my key. Key is nothing but the file where you trying to put it in here. Okay, so the folder name, tf hyphen app, and dot whatever you have in here. So the same thing. So you have a backend file as well. So the same kind of the syntax is what you have in here. the same syntaxes. See, both the same. Terraform backend Azure RM in here resource group. So here I need to provide my resource group name, and here this is my storage account name in here, and container name and my key. Container name and my key in here. So both are similar. So now what I will do, I will try to make a changes as per my own things what I have in here. So now what's based on what resource group your storage account has been created? It's been created based upon, go to over the overview. It's VRIT-RG. This is my storage account got created. So copied, and I would like to place it here. This is storage account. What is the storage account name? The storage account name is VRIT solution say. So I'm trying to provide the same name in here, and container name. So I'm trying to go with the same name, TF state. So now go to my containers, click on container, and I am trying to provide the same name what I have in here, and it's a private. So go ahead and click on create. So I can see a container got created in here with TF state file within my storage account using my resource group VRIT-RG. Okay, so now what next? So now it's asking you what file you want to copy into my the storage account. So as per my things in here, my file starting with what? tf-app in here. So try to copy the name of my folder what you have in here and provide it here. tf-app.terraform.tf state file. So this is the file name which will be generated for us and will be copied to my container within my storage account using my resource group, this one. So this is my backend file in here. Go and save it. Okay, so now close it. So now from here, what I'll do, I will try to add new things. Let me go with something like Azure. So this one I would like to go with my West US in here. Save it. So now since Terraform state file currently doesn't have anything in here, so what it will do, it will try to take this one as a new one, resource group Azure RG, and that will be created, and your Terraform TF state should be updated. And the updated file you should see in where? Within my container TF state file container in here. Currently I don't have anything in here. So now let me try to run this. So go ahead, say Terraform apply. Okay, so there is a backend initiated. So they want to run Terraform initiate one more time in here. Okay, go ahead. So that you can have your one more time initiation. Very good. So now Terraform apply. So now as per the things, Azure-RG is not the TF state file. So that will be treated as a new one and that will be created. So it says that this will be created in here. See, Azure-RG will be created because there's a new one what we have in it. Currently, as per my current situation in my TF state file, I don't have any resources, zero. For that reason being, it's clearly saying that whatever you're trying to do in here, this is a new one. I'll try to add that. Okay, and it goes say yes in here. So automatically what will happen now? It will go ahead and it will try to run this within my Azure level. At the same time, my file also will be updated. Let's see what happens. Yeah, so creation completed, and now one has been added. Now go ahead, refresh your page. Double click on this. Do you see any change happened here? So I'm going to refresh. All right. So, but as per our things, whenever new resource has been created, those details should be there in the TF state file. Correct? But even though I'm trying to refresh my page, I don't see in here. So where it may be saved, where it may be updated here. So as we discussed, we should go as per my backend. We should go to my container storage account within my container TF state file, and you should have your file in here. See, when you refresh it, I can see my file got created and placed successfully here. So if you want, you can download and look into the things in here so that you can see whether it has been having the updated version or not. So just download it. I can see now my Azure RG has been available in here. So this is my actual secure place where I'm trying to go with. So now what I'll do, let me delete this one, not required. So go back and let me try to add one more. Or let me make a change in here to back to my, some sham-rg for example. Save it. So I'm trying to create one more. So at the same time, I'm trying to delete this one. Let's see what happens now. So as per my current situation, what actually I need to go with now, as per my thing, since my Azure RG has already created, now I'm trying to replace with what? And try to replace with my sham-rg in here. So my Azure RG should be deleted and sham RG should be created in here. But the thing is, like, I have removed my TF state file. So within my local Linux machine, what you have in here. So even though you removed it, let's see whether how it's been working. Is it working well or it's throwing any errors in here? Let's see how it goes now. So trying to create your Terraform, I mean some plan. Let's see what it says. So it says that your Azure RG will be replaced with Sham RG in here. This is force replacement. So one to destroy and one to add in here. But I don't see any, template file in here. So based upon what it's trying to compare, it's trying to compare based upon my, that file, what you have in your TF state container within my storage account, VRIT, SA, solutions SA in here. So this is my secure place where it can go ahead and based upon the trying to compare my things in here. So if you want, you can go ahead and click on yes. Automatically, what will happen now? My sham will be created and Azure RG will be destroyed. So my now my TF state file in a secure location. So where the things can be placed in a secure level and they can if nobody, even though you try to delete the things from here or if you're trying to make any changes within my TF stack within my local machine, not a problem because my actual comparisons will be done from my container level but not from here anymore. That is the advantage of having your the TF state file within my what within my container level, within my private container level, so but it knows so that nobody have access to the things. Okay, so this goes on and try to delete the Azure RG and try to create your new RG Laksham-RG. So this is what I actually mentioned in the last Friday. So where you can place your things in your secure folder within your container level. Okay. So with this, we have completed your, the Terraform as well. So I believe like you understood the Terraform, like a third-party tool, which is helping us to create the resources within your subscription level in here. So any questions, guys? Okay. So finally, I would like to go and discuss about the resume. So the roles and responsibilities what we have in here. So let me open up the resume. So as per our things, so we are trying to go with like Azure DevOps engineer. This is what we have in here. So you can see like, I have created for overview kind of things for around 3.5 years of experience in Microsoft Azure DevOps. And we are trying to go to working on Azure DevOps engineer with around the same thing. And you can see Azure DevOps build and deployment automations. So CI and the CD on premises in here Azure environment, we have done it. And we also have an experience on Docker and Kubernetes with the manual level of things handling and also the automation part using the CI/CD pipelines, right? And so you also have like creating a visual users using the Terraform and your ARM template. So we saw both of the cases. How can you do it? So experience in agile methodology means like creating of your epics, handling the things in your sprint level. So this kind of a methodology we already saw where we can create the multiple things and you can track your work set as per the sprint level in here. And we have used some GitHub branching strategies, all those things. And we used from dotted applications. So we try to solve a dotted application mostly the application level. So before going to Java or Python to Node.js kind of stuff in here, so what you have to understand, like you have to understand what are the steps you require. See, for example, when you go with the .NET, so generally you saw a few things like so you saw what? Restore, your build, your test, publish, and publish artifact. So these are the steps we followed for what? .NET application. Similarly, for my Java application, you will not see those many things. You can see only one or two. Similar for Python, you can see more. PyTest, Python pip install. So you have a lot many things in here. For respect to every application, the way you process your CI pipeline will be different. Okay, so try to make sure what the difference is. You can go and to your classic editor and check the steps, and based upon that you can see what are the different processes are involved with respect to each and every application what you're trying to go in here. Okay, so try to make before mentioning these things, make sure what are the different things you involve for each and every application, because interview point of time they may ask you, can you mention the steps what you perform for your .NET, your restore, your build, your test, publish artifact, or publish all those things similar to what you have a Java, Python, and my Node.js. So if you remember, so just mention try all these things in here. And portal using my creating managing virtual machine using portal, CLI, ARM template, Terraform, just a repeated one. So you can say education, technical preview, you can mention like WinSFP, service now. Do you have an idea service now, guys? What do you mean by service now? Okay. So ServiceNow is a kind of a ticketing tool you have in here. So I'm not saying that every organization will use the same thing in here, because nowadays lot many companies are using ServiceNow. So what is this one? So ServiceNow is a kind of a ticketing tool just in case if you have any issues with your live environment. For example, I am having a YouTube. So when I click on a YouTube, I'm not able to run my things. Or I'm not able to see some kind of options to upload my video in my YouTube. So it's a kind of bug we have in all of a sudden due to some code issue, what happened, or due to some reason we have a bug in here. So what we'll do now, we go ahead and your end user who's trying to monitor the application will go and raise a ticket. So submit a ticket in your service now, where that ticket will be going to a support team. Okay, so support team, what they will do, they will try to check what's the problem and they have to take the action accordingly. But based upon your service now, the type of instance what you have is you have P1, P2, P3, and P4. So this is nothing but my priorities what you have in here: priority 1, priority 2, priority 3, and priority 4. So nobody will rise in the priority 1 in here, because it's a critical thing where you can go ahead and you have to complete within 30 minutes from the time the ticket got raised in you. That's really impossible, because even for doing the analysis it may take a couple of hours sometimes. So you can downgrade your, if you want, you can downgrade your priority to P2 or P3 in here, so that you can work as per the things. So I can see something like when you take people, mostly you can see P2 where SLA is 4 hours. Within 4 hours you have to resolve the issue. At the same time, you have to make sure the support team has assigned the ticket 30 minutes before within my 30 minutes in here. So within this 4 hours, the first 30 minutes is for assigning of a ticket at least. Within this 30 minutes, if nobody assigned the ticket, then automatically the things will be escalated. So, this is a priority, main important ticket, you raised it and no support team has been, kind of responded. So that will be escalated in here automatically. So you can download your priority to P3 or P4 based upon the, based upon the scenario, based upon the, the urgency what you are having into as of now. So this is the P1, P2, generally P2. When you have a P2, when you P2, so it should be done within 4 hours. When you P3, it should be completed by 2 business days. And when it's P4, it can be completed by 10 business days in here. So these are the basic things with respect to the service now. Just in case if you want to mention the service now as a ticketing tool, you have videos on the YouTube, go through the how can you create an incident or how can you create a change request. So change request is again, one of the things where whenever you want to deploy a new code to my production environment, whenever I want to add a new feature to my production environment application, then what you have to take the permission from your line of business. You have to take the permission from multiple people in here. So that can be done using your change request. So I'll show you here my incident creation in ServiceNow. So you can see a lot many videos are also available in here. I'll show you the images for now. So this is your ServiceNow looks like. You can see something here, the priority, the urgency, the mnemonic where you want to go with. So who's the caller? This is the caller. Probably you may not have see clearly. This is the caller in here, and who's trying to submit the request in here. So this is a description, and we have a start time, end time. So the mnemonic we have to provide, the application name we have to provide. So this is my assignment group. Assignee, who is assignee in here. So all this, this is a kind of incident where you can create a ticket and you can assign to a particular support group, and you can mention the name of the assignee whom you want to see this particular ticket in here. So you can also do such kind of things in here. Similarly, you can also have a change request. So this is a kind of a change request you have in here. So this starts with CH. This is a change request. This starts with CHG, and you have two types of normal change request, and you also have expedited CR. Expedited means immediate. So it's a huge bug where it may leads to impact for multiple customers in here. So I need to complete that as soon as possible. So I can't release until my next sprint. I can't wait for my next sprint to start. I want to do it immediately. So in that scenario, you have to take approvals of LOBs on the same day and try to implement your CR on the same day. So in that scenario, you can go with your type equals to expedited CR. Expedited is different and normal is different. Normal is like, as per the sprint planning. So within the 2 weeks, you will be having your work done, and after that deployment will be done. So it's as per sprint planning, based upon the window you can go it. But this is not for your expedited CR. Also you can go within here. So assignment group to whom you want to assign to perform this particular deployment of code. So all those things you can create using a CR change request. Similarly, you'll be having incident in here. So these things are a little bit important, guys. So try to look at the videos before having your resume placed or before mentioning the service now, because in real-time perspective they may ask you, how do you take the the permission or access permission from your LO base to push a code, to deploy a code in here. So we should have some form to be submitted to my LO base to take the approvals. That's nothing but my change request of CRs. So most of the nowadays people are going with service. So at least see the basic things so that you can answer a little bit here and there. So ServiceNow is a kind of a ticketing tool to get your submit the incidents whenever you have issues or bugs in your real-time environment. At the same time, you can also have your change request as well to deploy the code in my production environment, to take the approvals from my LO base, group approvals, individual approvals, so whatever you want, you can go it in here. So this is a little bit important things. Operating system, yes, Windows and Linux, scripting, PowerShell, Azure CLI, Docker CLI, Cube CLI, and Git CLI. So we run all those things in here. Azure Cloud, DevOps, Docker, Kubernetes, and Visual Studio Code. So we have used your VSTS code to clone your to push or to pull the things from your remote to local in here. So project, you can provide your description little bit, and you can see here the title, the client role is like a Azure DevOps engineer. Technology used Kubernetes, Docker, Azure portal. So whatever we have done, I have included everything in here. Okay. So now coming to roles and responsibility, this is the main part, because within this only try to explain, helps them to understand what you have done within your project level. So I have included everything what we have done within our training session in here. See here like Azure DevOps builds deployment in continuous CI and CD on premise and Azure environment, creating of branches, merging strategies using version control, Git, and running Git commands in Git CLI, push and pull the code to and from GitHub from a local registry, use Visual Studio Code to clone the Azure repository and GitHub repository to local registry and push it back to remote registry back in again, creating variables in my YAML files used in Azure DevOps releases pipeline instead of hard coding. Right? We use some kind of parameters and we use some kind of variables, right, with the YAML pipelines. Similarly, we use creating resources using Azure RM and Terraform. Created my different resources in here using Portal. Similarly, created CI/CD pipelines using YAML files and deploying the code in web application in multiple environments using it within your Azure repos or GitHub. Use Docker to run the commands in Docker CLI to build the image upon the Docker file and push the built image to Azure Container Registry. Similarly, the similar kind of stuff I have also done using, apart from Docker CLI, we also done using the CI/CD pipelines. So used YAML files to automate the building image based upon the code, pushing the to ACR and deploying it to my web application using my YAML files. So this is very, very important. That's what we have done. Next, we have experience running Kubernetes commands as well using kubelet CLI to get the pods, roads, deployment and services. We saw all those things in here. And also we use Helm charts. So to using this Helm chart, what we have done, we have ran your YAML files again to have the things deployed within my Kubernetes environment in a specific namespace, right? So we went and deployed into your prod namespace. So you can specify the namespaces in here. So created your using your PowerShell scripting again. Supported a Scrum Master in creating of your work item like epics, features, backlog, product items, and tasks, and track the status of the project set. So we spoke about Azure boards earlier, and built a release pipeline and deployment to multiple platforms using the CI/CD against kind of a repeated point. Setting up pre and post deployment approvals using my ServiceNow. See, I told you that by using ServiceNow, we can set up approvals from my LO bills to done my things happen. Next, work with developers in case of issues occurred and use where we studios code to have my code pushed or pulled or to whatever we want to go with, creating of YAML pipelines. All those things comes under my VS Studio. So this is very, very important tool. So Git CLI or GitHub to a desktop. So that is optional, because we use Visual Studio Code in here where everything can be handled in here. So we can create your CI/CD pipelines, we can clone the repositories from GitHub or clone the repository from your Azure repos. So where not? For everywhere you can do the things using a Business Studio code in here. So that is very, very important. Okay. So these are the roles and responsibility, guys. So let me try to. I'll send you this document for you so that you can prepare your own things as per the roles and responsibilities. So that don't try to copy the same format, the tick mark what you see in here. Try to make a change. Try to make a change in here and try to, you know, shuffle the points. Don't keep the points as it is. Try to write the points in your own words and. Yeah, you can use the similar kind of things and don't use the same client. So you can use some other clients. You can get the description of the client from your Google itself again. If you want to go to any client in here, roles and responsibilities also you can mention the similar kind of things, a little bit shuffling here and there and trying to make a change in the wordings what you have in here. Okay. So that's all, guys, with respect to my trainings, what I have in here. So any questions?
Uh,
Yeah, brother, sir.
can you send some notes like where we can, do theory part for all the topics?
Yeah, material. So actually, I'm planning to do that. So currently, that is the reason being we are trying to provide you the videos directly. So, but a few people are asking for material as well. So we are trying. We're on the way on that. So we'll send you shortly.
Okay.
Okay, guys. Then we can wind up. And I believe so. Try to try to practice first of all. Try to go through the. I'll try to send you this document with the resume, and also have a few of a material with me where I have for where you can go with certification part as well a little bit, and also have some kind of interview questions as well in here. So I'll push you all those things so that it can be helpful for you guys too for your getting up your building up your career and all those things in there. So we see. I'll try to send all those things in.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for your time, and I believe you learned something with respect to the cloud. But do practice first. Go through your interview point of view questions first, and then only place your resume. Because once you lost a chance of any MNC, you may not get a chance back and again for next 3 months or 6 months. So I recommend you people to practice first and then place your resume so that you'll be successful in your career. Okay, guys, then thanks a lot and very all the best for your career. So, just in case if you have anything, you can contact us. We are always open for you guys. Okay, thank you then. Have a great day and very all the best. Bye bye.